Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. We are still doing homecoming prep at 8:30 here this morning. Mama started early. Mama, tell me what you're doing now.
I'm going to make the ice. Better wait till I get through talking.
Yeah, patience is not her virtue.
I was going to make the ice, and I didn't make it for the cake last night. So all I've got in here is the cream cheese, which I did put it back in the refrigerator and softened it back up this morning. And half a stick of butter, a little more. And now, Johnny, I need about a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
You can pour it in
I'm going
there.
to try to get this out of there before we all get
Covered in it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start. Sorry about that.
1 teaspoon of vanilla, ma'am.
Thank you. Put another one or two in there. I'll get it started like this.
Your sifter's in here. It's hard to get it.
I lift it out, lay it on the lid.
I like to make a mess. Now this is going to be just a cream cheese icing for the top of our spice cake. This is so good with any kind of cake. You can use this even as a dip. And oftentimes we do use it as a dip. You can take cream cheese dip and do any kind of sweet treats in it. We do ginger snaps sometimes at Halloween, and it's so good. And you can put a little pumpkin in it, canned pumpkin cream cheese, and the same mixture except add a little pumpkin. And it's wonderful. Isn't it, Mama?
Oh, yes. I love it on fruit.
In fruit, this right here, I wouldn't put the pumpkin for the fruit,
No.
but this is delicious. And it's almost as easy as opening up a can of icing. Also, I don't know if y'all know this or not, even if you do use store-bought icing, you're supposed to whip it a little bit. It's made to be whipped. So throw it in your bowl, whip it up, and it'll be more like this. It won't be exactly like this. Best way to ice in a cake like this is just to dump it in the middle. Make sure it's good and cool. I'm going to stir this down. This bowl is so big.
Yeah, that was when you had sitting out.
Mama can't hardly handle this bowl.
I used it.
It's a heavy, old bowl. And where it came from was an old stand mixer. And I got it at an estate sale. The stand mixer was long gone, but the bowl was still there. And somebody said, what are you going to do with a bowl with no mixer? I said, you can use by hand if you need to. And that's what you do.
Or just mix it.
Or just mixing it. So it weighs probably 6 or 7 pounds by itself. Heavy bowl. Now, if you put it in the middle, you don't have to worry about tearing the top of your cake. And you just kind of push it around. Now, I don't know. Mama may not agree with this. Mama may not agree with this. But when I ice in a cake in a pan, I'm going to leave it in a pan. I don't go wall-to-wall carpeting, as they say. I do.
I do.
Mama does. I don't. I want to, I leave a little bit of cake. And I don't, see how that peeled up?
Mm-mm.
Don't want that. Don't want dirty cake. But I do one time around like this. And I don't want my icing to touch that pan. I think that looks so nasty. I don't like it. Who's with me? Anybody else do cakes like that? And I see there's dirty cake. Can't get that cake in there. There's no saving from it except pull it off and check your thing and see if you've saved the day. If you haven't, you can't recover from that. It's very hard. Because when you pull that cake loose, you've got a mess. And then you've got dirty icing. And then it's ever so hard to clean. Ever so hard. I don't normally like to leave a cake in a pan, but when you're going for something like this, sometimes it's the easiest way.
No cleanup coming back.
No cleanup coming home.
Only thing I'm going to have is 2 utensils and a crock pot to bring home for my gravy. Yes, hurry.
There's nothing worse than being worn out, tired from a day of activity, and then have to come home and clean for 2 hours. And there's nothing greasier than pots that have been sitting out all day and you've not washed them. So I push it to the edge, but I leave a little edge. And besides, this cake is separated from the pan. See how I'm having trouble right there? It's cool. That ain't the problem. It's cool from 12 hours, but it's so soft and moist that it is having a little trouble releasing. The icing's pulling the top layer off. It's so smooth.
Well, I didn't help it none by putting saran wrap over it.
Mama put saran wrap over it.
I didn't want it to dry out.
See, there we go a little bit, but I'm doing it. Mama, you'll be proud I don't have any dirty icing.
Well, I am proud. I didn't have no dirty icing.
Just a little to the edge. Now, I'm fine with that cake showing around the edges. You may not be. I've seen this. I like that. It's not going to go down the sides anyway. You're just going to mush it over to that aluminum pan. It gets all down in these little cracks. It just don't look as good to me. I like to just leave it clean around the edges. Y'all can vote or talk about me if you wish. It's good. Use a metal offset spatula. Barb, normally that would be the best bet, but I had this one handy and I just used it. But it turned out fine after I worked with it just a little bit. There's no dirty icing, so we're good. It's a good clean edge. That's good. And look, even have a little bit left over.
You can eat that.
Mama, I don't know if I should eat that, and it's the sweet.
Oh, you better
To start the morning. I don't start mornings sweet. Mama's a sweet tooth. Mama, you can eat it.
Oh.
You may get all fluffed up if you get to eating on that.
This turkey has been in here from 5:22.
Mom got up at 5:22. Put the turkey.
I got up at 4:30, but it took that long to wash.
Corrections. Mama will make a correction on me every time. Mama, exactly what time did you get up?
Around 4:30.
4:30? No, 4:31 or 32.
No, I'm gonna whip you now.
Does your mama do you that way? If I say there's 6 geese in the backyard, she'll say, I think there was 7. I didn't see 6. I only seen 5. Mama, it's not really pertinent to the story.
I was good at math and stuff.
Oh, you just like to correct me. If I say red, she says off pink. It's something she's done her whole life. Does your mama do you that way? All right, Mama. What do you think? What's our next project?
Well, I think
I made some cornbread. It's up, beautiful cornbread.
I can't see.
It's not brown enough yet.
No.
We've put the dressing that we made yesterday in the pans. The turkey is just about done, and I'm going to carve it up.
It's overdone.
Overdone, Mama says.
6:22, 7:22, 8:22. It's been in there over 3 hours and in like 30 minutes.
We're going to carve it up.
So you're gonna
We'll get it out and let it cool, and then I'm going to do Sunday school highlights with y'all. And then I'm going to carve the turkey, and then we're going to dash out of here to church.
we've got time for all of that.
Oh, Mom, there's always time. There's always time to do one more thing. Don't y'all agree? All right, Mama. You got anything you want to add for this little snippet?
No, I think we've done good.
Okay. Cake is iced. The turkey's coming out. I'm going to carve it up. Put it out in an aluminum pan, too. And the gravy's made over there in that little white crock pot, just sitting over there minding its own business. Cornbread.
Cranberry sauce is there.
Cranberry sauce is right here. Whole cranberries. The cornbread is browning up its nice little brown.
Dressings of bacon.
Dressings of bacon.
So we've got her on.
And it's still an hour before we need to be at church. Oh, we got all kinds of time. We got time to waste. Mama's
I don't
word.
know about that. It'll be up on us before we turn around.
If you all will let me end this video right quick, I'm going to come right back with Sunday School highlights. And then I'm going to carve a bird. And that's it. That's all I got to do. Anything else I got to do, Mama?
No.
It seems like there should be more.
We've got turkey, dressing, gravy, cranberry sauce, cornbread, and cake.
And we're just going to stay home. We're not going no.
Just for us.
We had a mashed potato. We would.
Yeah.
No, we would. I wouldn't miss homecoming. I love homecoming. Not miss very many my whole life. I did miss a Christmas one time. Been so sick, but I don't know that I've ever missed a homecoming.
No, I don't think so. From baby on.
We're having good singing, good worship, and good food. All right, folks. I'll be right back. Mama might be back. You gonna sit in on Sunday school this morning, Mama?
No, I'm gonna be busy.
She don't have time for us, folks.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna run off here, and I'm going to get the bird out, let it be resting, and then I'm gonna come right back to y'all with Sunday School highlights, and then as soon as we're through Sunday School highlights, I'm gonna carve that bird, and then we're gonna run out that door, and we're gonna be ready for everything today. So y'all have a blessed day, and meet me back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, see ya.
Bye bye. God bless you all. Bye bye.
Well, I thought I hit the button. Let's try that again. Take two.
Take two.